People are saying Lord of the Rings doesn't have enough content to make a full line of continuous sets, while Star Wars has run out of ideas and is just recycling all of theirs. He then lists a couple of examples where LEGO remade certain ships over and over again, like the Millennium Falcon, the X-Wing, Luke's Landspeeder, as well as busts and helmets. Since this video is about Star Wars, I will focus more on the second part of his comment, and what I think he is essentially trying to say is that LEGO set selection is pretty bland, boring, and there aren't a lot of new and exciting releases, and to be honest, I agree with this take for the most part. While I do think that LEGO should always have the most iconic ships available like the X-Wing, TIE Fighter or Millennium Falcon, it does get pretty boring if you collect modern LEGO Star Wars. The Lord of the Rings theme creates excitement with pretty much every set release, while most people don't care much about the newer Star Wars sets dropping. Sure, there are some nice and interesting ones here and there, but the current mix of remakes and 18+ display sets leaves very little room for new and exciting stuff, especially when it comes to playscale sets. The new bust subline is super similar to the already existing helmet line. UCS sets are mostly reserved for OT vehicles, with a lot of remakes as well, and LEGO has yet to do an interesting prequel diorama that covers a lightsaber duel. God knows why they thought it would be a great idea to release a Mos Espa diorama instead of Duel of the Fates, one of the most beloved duels in the whole franchise, but yeah, we got this one instead. Newer shows also kinda get ignored as well, because LEGO tries to balance the releases, which doesn't really work in my opinion. We got a total of 2 Bad Batch sets, 3 for Endor if you want to count the buildable K2SO, and as of right now there are 0 rumored sets for Maul Shadowlord, one of the most beloved modern Disney era Star Wars show, leading to a lot of missing vehicles and more importantly, characters. I really miss those old Clone Wars waves that focused mostly on new characters and vehicles from the newest season of the show. Did we really need a Darth Vader bust after we already got his helmet a couple of years before that, or couldn't we use that slot for a cool $50 playset based on Maul Shadowlord with some new characters like Devon or Lawson? This mock by Brick Wizard Customs would have been a perfect $40 to $50 set that LEGO could have made instead of another boring bust that is insanely similar to the already existing helmet. I know there is a lot of new content coming up and we finally got a bigger wave for the Mandalorian and Grogu movie, but do we really need to discontinue the Imperial Star Destroyer just to release another one in a couple of years? I don't really think so.